had a morning routine, something that I do every single day, kind of that ritual to get the day started. It has always really fluctuated because whenever I would try to stick to some routine, after a while I would start feeling stressed and anxious and just feeling like that was kind of a waste of time even. And I would be thinking I have to be doing something else, like especially work-wise. I always had that pressure of like I need to be more productive, and that didn't feel productive to me, and that's so wrong because taking care of ourselves is so important. I preach that to my friends, to my clients, on my pages, and then when it came to myself, I really let the ball drop. So after reading about the morning and evening routine of some of the most famous people in the world, I decided to ask AI what would be the best routine for me, knowing that I am somebody that works from home, so I don't really go to co-working spaces that often. My work relies heavily on creativity, so what would be the best way for me to stay productive and creative throughout the day? And I followed the exact routine it gave me. And of course, remember to only listen to this. This video is in collaboration with a friend of mine, Mayara, and on her channel she talks about intentional productivity, and you should go and watch her video after you watch this one because she goes into detail about morning and evening routines and habit formation. And the other day we were talking and she said something that I had never realized. She said we don't have to do every single thing every single day. Like that's not what morning routines, evening routines are about. And that's probably why I had such a hard time sticking to them, because in my mind I was like, I have to get up and do my yoga and my breakfast, and I don't know what else I was adding to my routines every single day. And there are days when you're gonna wake up later, and you don't have the time to do everything. And then there's also that pattern that happens when when you travel and then you come back home and your whole routine has changed, and it's really hard to go back into old habits. So that's one of the reasons why I always struggled, because I travel quite often. Also, my work is quite flexible, so there are periods when I have more work and I have like to work more hours, and periods when I just have the whole week free and I don't know what to do with my time. But I know the benefits of starting your day, the right way, not just jumping out of bed, grabbing a coffee and starting to work right away. I know that I should be doing a little bit more for myself. So that's why I decided to try this routine. And after I tried it, I realized that there are things that I want to keep doing and try to do them on a daily basis. And there are some other things that I would try to do maybe once a week. The first thing I want to keep is water before coffee, just because I'm somebody that needs her coffee in the morning, but that delayed gratification felt so good. Like when I had my coffee, it just tasted different. I don't know how to explain. The second thing I want to keep is meditation, because I have always enjoyed guided meditations. It's not really something I do consistently, but I notice an immediate effect when I do it. I feel more grounded. I'm just present. It's kind of a really nice way to start a day, a very positive way to start a day. The third thing I want to keep, and that I have been doing for the past month, I think it's been like 30 days now, is journaling. Journaling has been so therapeutic for me. I found this list online, like manifestation prompts, and I have written about, my ideal day, what I would do if I earned $100,000 today, my dream life, all of that kind of stuff. And so it's not really like a diary. It's more, I find these prompts and I write about a specific topic. I'm not keeping the stretching or the short walk just because I think they would benefit me better later in the day. Like when I finish work, I think that would be a really nice way to end the day. That could be my end of work day routine. In the morning, I noticed that it stressed me a little bit for those reasons that I mentioned earlier, that I just felt like I was wasting my time doing that. And I know that that's not the case. I know that's good for me, but I just felt that like I wanted to get through it quickly, and I don't think that's the right way to go about it. So I think at the end of the day, it's gonna make more sense for me. My biggest takeaway from this is to start your day doing something that you love, something that puts a smile on your face. I have to admit that I felt more focused when I started working, and I woke up feeling pretty low energy. And I'm not quite sure that I would have checked so many things off my to-do list if I hadn't done that whole routine in the morning. So I went about my day, and then for my evening routine, it had suggested me to have dinner pretty early, like 6:30 p.m. So that didn't happen. And then it suggested that I engaged in a hobby and then did some light reading for half an hour. So that's what I did. I'm seeing Taylor Swift next year, so of course making friendship bracelets is now my new hobby. and I gotta go buy some new shiny beads. And then I read for about half an hour before having dinner and going to watch a series with my husband. And now I know that I just threw in the term AI pretty casually in the beginning of the video, but it wouldn't be me if I didn't talk about AI here. So I wanted to bring some prompts for you to try if you're anything like me and you don't know where to start, you want to build some kind of routine, but you don't know what's best for you. Not that AI is going to know exactly what's best for you, but I think it's a nice way to brainstorm and to maybe discover new things. Or if you'd like to start journaling and like yours truly, you need some prompts to get your creative juices flowing, you will really enjoy these next tips. These are some of the prompts you might want to try. I am a designer who wakes up around 7 a.m. and goes to bed around 11 p.m. I start working at 9 a.m. and I get home at 6 p.m. Suggest a morning and evening routine that will keep me productive and creative. Then another prompt is adapt this routine for days when I have less than 2 hours to complete it. I am starting to journal and I need 5 prompts about abundance. Give me 5 creative ways to wind down after a hectic workday. If you thought this video was interesting, you have to go and check out my friend Marinara's video because she approaches all of this from a scientific perspective. So I'm gonna play a snippet of her video now and leave it linked in the cards. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. Please leave your like because that's so important for small creators like me. And I will see you again next week.
I want you to think of 2 versions of a morning routine, an ideal version and a minimal version. And the main difference between the two of them is the duration. The minimal version should only take you 10 to 15 minutes, and this is particularly useful on days you decide to prioritize sleep, and maybe you don't have so much time available in the morning and in the night. And the ideal version shouldn't be so complicated that you can't follow it most days. It should be something that you are definitely able to follow 80% of the time.
And when it comes to myself, I kind of let the ball drop.